More than 1,000 years ago, in the heart of the Islamic Golden Age, a man emerged whose brilliance still astonishes the modern world. His name was Abu Rayhan Al-Biruni. Born in 973 in Khwarazm, modern-day Uzbekistan, he lived during a time of great scientific curiosity, cultural exchange, and intellectual growth. But even in such a vibrant era, Al-Biruni stood apart. He wasn't just a scholar, he was a mathematician, astronomer, physicist, geographer, historian, anthropologist, linguist, and philosopher. He mastered Greek, Persian, Sanskrit, Syriac, and Arabic. He measured the earth using nothing but shadows and geometry. He traveled across kingdoms, talked to scholars of every religion, and compared cultures with a respect centuries ahead of his time. And above all, he pursued truth, even when it challenged the beliefs of his age. Today, as our world wrestles with misinformation, division, cultural conflict, and a crisis of identity, Al-Biruni's wisdom feels more relevant than ever. So in this video, we explore 10 timeless teachings inspired by Al-Biruni's writings and worldview, each paired with a deep explanation of how it can guide us in the 21st century. Let's begin this journey. To know a thing, study it from every side, even the side you disagree with.
Al-Biruni is famous for his approach to studying India. Instead of judging from a distance, as many scholars of his time did, he lived among the people, learned their language, read their scriptures, attended their rituals, and interviewed their scholars. He didn't approach knowledge like a conqueror, he approached it like a guest. He believed that understanding comes from humility, not superiority. Modern relevance. Today we consume fast opinions, tweets, headlines, recycled summaries. Everyone chooses a side and refuses to listen to anything else. But Al-Biruni reminds us that truth lives in the complexity between perspectives. You can't understand politics, religion, science, or culture if you only look at one angle. Real knowledge requires curiosity, not comfort.
Ignorance breeds fear. Knowledge dissolves it.
Al-Biruni lived in a world where eclipses were seen as omens, where comets scared kings, and where natural events were interpreted as supernatural punishments. But to him, everything had a rational explanation. He spent years studying the movement of planets, the structure of the earth, and the laws of physics. He knew that once you understand something, the fear disappears. Modern relevance. Today, fear spreads faster than facts. A rumor on social media can spread to millions within minutes. People fear technology, politics, vaccines, climate change. Sometimes not because they know too much, but because they know too little. Knowledge does not remove danger, but it removes panic. And panic is far more destructive than danger.
A scholar who stops questioning becomes no different from a blind follower.
Al-Biruni openly challenged the conclusions of earlier scholars, including Greek astronomers and Indian mathematicians. He checked their measurements, recalculated their values, and corrected their errors. But he did so with respect and with evidence. To him, the greatest danger to knowledge was not ignorance, it was certainty without proof. Modern relevance. We live in a time where people defend their beliefs like they are defending a fortress. Instead of questioning what we think, we look for information that confirms it. This is called confirmation bias, and it is one of the biggest obstacles to truth today. Al-Biruni's message is this: if you stop questioning, you stop growing. A mind that refuses to question becomes a prison for itself.
If your words are not born from evidence, do not defend them with pride.
In Al-Biruni's scientific writing, he constantly emphasizes the importance of testing ideas. He criticizes scholars who defend theories simply because they like them, or because they inherited them from respected teachers. For Al-Biruni, truth does not care about ego, tradition, or reputation. Modern relevance. Today, in arguments, especially online, People defend ideas not because they are true, but because they don't want to lose. But defending something without evidence doesn't make you wise, it makes you insecure. Al-Biruni teaches us a powerful lesson. If you can't prove it, don't be proud of it. Let humility guide your words and let evidence guide your beliefs.
The world is too vast for one mind to grasp. Learn from every nation and every people.
Al-Biruni had an extraordinary ability to admire other cultures without losing his own identity. He studied Indian cosmology, Greek philosophy, Persian history, and Islamic theology, all with equal dedication. He believed that every civilization holds a piece of the truth. Modern relevance. In our time, nationalism and identity politics create walls between people. Many believe their culture is superior, or that other cultures threaten their identity. But Al-Biruni proves the opposite. You become richer when you learn from others. Wisdom is not exclusive to one nation, one religion, or one language. The world is a library, and every culture is a book worth reading.
Measure what you claim, for what cannot be measured cannot be understood.
Al-Biruni was obsessed with precision. He measured mountains using trigonometry. He measured the radius of the Earth with astonishing accuracy. Within 1% of modern values, he studied minerals, distances, and planetary orbits. Why? Because he believed that measurement transforms assumptions into knowledge. Modern relevance. Today, data runs the world. Businesses measure performance. Doctors measure health. Scientists measure climate. Even personal growth is measured. Steps, calories, habits. Measurement turns guesswork into clarity. It tells you where you are and where you need to go. Al-Biruni understood this 1,000 years before the age of data analytics.
The truth does not fear investigation.
Al-Biruni believed that questioning truth does not weaken it, it strengthens it. If something is true, investigation will confirm it. If something is false, investigation will expose it. Truth is like a diamond. The more you test it, the more it shines. Modern relevance. Today, some leaders, influencers, and groups avoid criticism. They fear being questioned. They fear being examined. They fear transparency. But as Al-Biruni teaches, truth survives investigation. Only lies crumble. In a world full of hidden agendas and manipulated narratives, this principle is essential.
Every science strengthens another. Knowledge is a web, not a wall.
Al-Biruni did not isolate fields of study. He used math to understand astronomy. He used geography to explain climate. He used anthropology to explain history. To him, knowledge was interconnected like the branches of a tree. Modern relevance. Today, the greatest innovations happen by combining fields. EY with medicine, psychology with economics, biology with technology, art with engineering. The world is interdisciplinary, and the future belongs to those who can connect ideas, not just memorize them. Al-Biruni was centuries ahead in understanding that knowledge grows stronger through integration, not separation.
A mind that travels is greater than feet that wander.
Al-Biruni traveled physically, but much of his exploration took place through books, conversations, and intellectual curiosity. He believed that the true journey is the journey of the mind. Modern relevance. Today, people travel more than ever, but often learn the least. We take pictures instead of understanding cultures. We visit places without absorbing their history, language, or wisdom. Al-Biruni's message is profound. The world is not something you walk through. It's something you understand. A curious mind can travel through time, across civilizations, and into the hearts of ideas.
Time is a river. Only those who learn from the past cross it safely.
Al-Biruni studied ancient civilizations not to judge them, but to learn from them. He compared the beliefs, technologies, and histories of different nations to understand patterns of human behavior. He believed history was a guidebook, not a museum. Modern relevance. Today, humanity repeats the same mistakes: economic failures, political conflicts, environmental destruction. We act as if we are the first generation to face these challenges. But history is a mirror. If we refuse to look into it, we walk blindly. Al-Biruni reminds us that the past is not dead. It is a teacher waiting for us to listen. As we close this journey into the mind of Al-Biruni, we are reminded that true wisdom is timeless. 1,000 years ago, he showed us that curiosity is strength, humility is power, and truth is a path we must walk with courage. In a world full of noise and division, Al-Biruni's voice calls us back to what matters. Seek knowledge, question confidently, and learn from every culture and every person you meet. If this video inspired you, help this channel grow by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Together, we can keep the wisdom of great thinkers alive. Thank you for watching, and may your search for truth never end.